Hi, Meetu.
Hi, Arushi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too.
Welcome, everyone. We are back with our next episode for energy healing. And I know we were like on a very long break,
Yeah.
but life
But I
comes in the yeah,
I think this break has been kind of a theme for a lot of people and
yeah,
for the energy also right now
right.
because
What do you mean
um
by that?
because I noticed since the last few months means at least 2 3 months,
Yeah.
every time I've been pulling cards, mostly the card messages and the energy messages have been that of hanged man, which was
Oh,
like everything is in a limbo. It's like you are on a boat in the middle of the ocean and there's no wind and there's nothing happening and you don't even have the oars
yeah.
to to pull you across somewhere. So you're just there floating, nothing's happening. It just feels like it's a limbo.
Like a stagnation point or
And
slow
it
moving.
just feels like the whole energy has been about preparing for something that's going to happen. A lot of activity. It's just a energy read. It
Yeah.
seems like a lot of activity is going to start happening end of mid September, end September, or early October. That's when things will start to move again. Like when this year started, 2024, it just
Yeah.
went like, January and February were a little slow. And
Yeah.
then it started to pick up pace. And we didn't even realize when June happened.
Oh, yeah.
After February.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Since June and July, it's been such a slow pace of things. We've been like this, waiting for things to happen, but nothing's moving and nothing's in our hands.
Yeah.
And I've seen this kind of theme with a lot of people.
Yeah.
So it's like it's the energy of hanged man
Yeah.
talking
I
about energy healing.
I for one can vouch that completely. Like I think, including in fact, even August was like that. August went
Yeah,
by. A lot of people were on a break. We didn't even
yeah,
feel August was there.
true, true.
Um, about energy healing. And speaking of energy healing, I know there are different kinds of notions about this topic, and a lot of people
Yeah.
are able to relate to it very strongly. A
Mhm.
lot of people are just kind of okay with it. Like they're like, yeah, it's there, it's somewhere,
Yeah.
whatever. It's not concerning us or something. And a lot of people are very skeptic about it, which is
Mhm.
great because skepticism, as you say,
Mhm.
lets you ask questions. And probably because of that curiosity, you reach somewhere in life, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would just be sitting here like cave people, you know?
And in
So,
fact, skepticism is good because it doesn't make you a blind, it doesn't give you blind faith, doesn't make
yeah,
you a blind believer
yeah,
because you're willing to ask questions. Does this work? Does this not work? How does it
yeah.
work? Is it really true or is it just
Yeah.
pseudoscience?
Yeah. I was actually speaking about this with a friend of mine this morning, and he said the same thing that, maybe energy healing is not something that is practicable or this or that. And I was like, okay, that's a very insightful message that I would
Yeah.
like to have with me for the day. So let's talk a little bit about the practical side of energy healing for those who are looking for it.
Mhm.
So, what do you think? Because a lot of times we hear this that it's meant for only those who believe in it, or like a little spiritual, or
Yeah.
maybe like some people call them like a hippie shit. Like
Mhm.
hippie people have this notion,
Yeah.
energy healing and all, and it doesn't exist. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, I'm gonna give a very cheesy sounding answer to it to
Go
begin
ahead,
with.
I love cheese.
So, okay. So, a cheesy answer for this question is whether you believe in the sun or not, it's there. And it's giving you a lot of things.
Hmm.
Basically, our whole lifestyle, the planet Earth, its existence is centered around Earth.
Yeah,
Okay. Similarly, with air, whether we believe in
yeah,
air or not, it's there.
yeah,
We are breathing it and it's sustaining us, it's keeping us
yeah,
alive.
True.
Similarly with energy or energy healing, okay, let's say energy, it's
Mhm.
there. We are made of energy, and quantum science today proves that we are made of energy. And if anybody is confused about it, go look up the model of atom based on quantum science on the internet. Google it, and you'll find out that it proves that atoms are made of energy. So a real picture of atom is blank page because it's energy, it's not visible.
Yeah.
So because we are made of energy, therefore we work on energy.
Yeah.
We are talking because there's some energy flowing. We eat food which converts to energy, which
Yeah.
gives us the energy to talk, to live, to breathe, to do things.
Yeah.
So when we say energy healing, if we are made of energy, and if we are experiencing something, some block or something wrong in our body or in our life, it means it's somewhere deep down, it is an energy block.
Yeah.
So if there is an energy block, which means energy healing, which means clearing the block, making the energy flow freely, it will
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
So energy healing works for clearing the blocks and balancing the energy. So however the energy is meant to flow, it starts to flow that way.
Yeah.
And we are no longer blocking it through our negative thoughts or patterns or emotions and stuff.
There's something that comes to my mind when we talk about all this, Meetu, and which is, um, I think I just probably when I say practical aspect, I just want to know whether can we like this is whatever you talked about, it's great, like quantum science and Googling this.
Yeah.
But how will you tell somebody if they, let's say, they don't know how to access the internet or they just don't want to, or whatever, they have mental barriers against, let's say, Google search engine or whatever? How will you say they can experience energy or energy healing in one way or another um, by simply just giving a very day to day example, let's say?
Okay. I think the simplest example that I have is let's say you're feeling a little down and out during the day. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
It is energy which is not flowing freely. It's a depressed energy or a sad energy or just not up to the mark, not feeling up to the mark. Okay. Now, if you were to change your posture right now, okay, or let's say you picked up a pen, okay, you can do it with me, okay, and you placed it in your mouth and you looked up. You looked up. Try being sad now.
it feels silly.
So what happened here is we
Yeah,
immediately shifted the energy of the body because we changed the physiology of the body. The body's energy shifted,
yeah,
and the moment that happens, the chemicals in the body begin to shift,
mm-hmm. True.
and suddenly feel that there's more happy hormones
Yeah,
secreting in the body,
yeah,
happy chemicals, so to speak, and
yeah,
we start to feel better. And that's a very quick example of how energy
yeah,
shifts can change how you feel about yourself and how your day goes.
yeah,
Also, a very practical example: every day you wake up, if you've had the same routine every day, still the chances are you will not feel the same every day you wake up, even if
yeah,
you follow the same routine. Some
yeah,
days you wake up feeling really fresh and you're, gung ho, let's do this, let's do that. I have this energy. Let me get this done. Let me get that done. Let me go here and let me make plans for the whole week. And then the very
I
next
don't do
day,
that anymore.
and
Yeah,
then the very next day, we've done the same thing throughout the day. We wake up and we
yeah,
feel like, today is not really a great day. I feel this, I feel that. And I don't know why I'm feeling this, but I don't feel like doing this. And oh my God, I made plans yesterday. I don't want to follow through those plans today.
that's like a lot of people I know. I know.
Okay. So every day has a different energy. We just don't realize it. And if we
Yeah,
could just understand that energy,
mm-hmm.
we could do something about it.
Yeah, true.
Okay. So if I realize that, okay, today's energy feels a little off to me.
Yeah,
So what can I do about this energy today? How do I work with this?
Do maybe a little less work or like chill out or something
or
maybe.
or maybe, let's say it doesn't feel like a very energetic day for you, as in energy wise you feel
Yeah.
like you wake up and you don't feel good about your body, about yourself, something happens,
Yeah.
and but you have a day lined with meetings,
Yeah.
okay, or some work to do. What you can do is, instead of stressing about each and every meeting of one after the other, you can just tell yourself, okay, today doesn't feel like a great day. If I can reschedule some meetings, let me do that. Or let me just go through them one by one and see how the day progresses without
Mm.
thinking too much about the last meeting.
Yeah.
So that kind of eases a bit of pressure from you. And if there's something that needs to be done, maybe you can think about, how can I reschedule this, or how I can do this without feeling overwhelmed. So it's no
Make-
longer about fighting with the energy of the day. It's like, if the day's energy is not that great, you're not fighting with it just to feel great. You're working with the energy of it. And
Yeah.
that's called the awareness of energy, be flowing with the kind of energy that's there on that day. And if you're aware of energy healing, which means you're aware of the energy aspect of everything, including the day,
Mm-hmm.
and you can work with it.
Yeah.
Whether you can do some energy healing for yourself just to pick up your energy to be able to deal with things, or to, calm your energies down to deal with the increasing stress and anxiety levels, you
Yeah.
can do something about it. It's about changing how you respond to situations through energy healing rather than changing the energy around you.
True. True. Very true.
Yeah.
It's very interesting that you said that. So about changing the energy and about doing something about it, it just it I just have a very like a very immediate question that I need
Yeah.
answers to answers because I know there's no single answer to this.
Yeah.
Manifesting, or maybe for the skeptic people, let's just use a different word. Can we have anything we want in life through energy healing? And I'm talking about the good stuff, like nice things, like luxury, or let's say a dream job or money or whatever. So can we have that?
Yes, we can. But that's a very controversial statement I'm saying.
Go ahead. Let's talk about controversy more.
Yes, we can.
Hmm.
And I know you can sense a huge but coming in there.
Maybe
Okay.
let's not use the but.
Yeah. Yes, we can manifest or achieve whatever
Yeah,
we want using energy healing.
yeah.
Okay. Um, when we start working with energy healing, we also start to realize we cannot change somebody else's energy or the energy around us. We can only change how we respond to that energy.
Yeah.
Okay. The response is also based on energy. Am I responding with a high energy, or am I responding with a calm energy?
Hmm.
Okay, that's also energy. Our states are energy. Are
Yeah.
you feeling great today? That means a lot of positive energy is flowing through you. Are you feeling a little down today? Which means the positive energy is somewhere not flowing as much as it should or could.
Yeah. True.
So, talking about energy, if you can learn how to handle your energy, how to shift your energy, let me put it that
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
you can bring yourself into a state wherein you can start to work towards achieving what you want or bringing everything that you want in your life.
So let's say I want like a I want to have my dream job, which I've been
Hmm.
working towards from past
Yeah.
4 5 years. A lot of people who know me know about this. So I want to go into teaching, let's say.
Hmm.
Um, so what should be my approach using energy healing to achieve this particular aspect in my life?
So, whenever we want to achieve something, we want to become very specific about what we want to achieve and how we, or like, what will our life look like when we want to achieve it. So, if I were to ask you, what is it that you exactly want to achieve?
I want to be a professor at a reputed college or university where I'm teaching kids one of my favorite subjects and stuff. So
Okay. Great. And what stops you from doing that?
there's so much I don't know. Like a lot of answers came from inside of me. Like right now, I don't think I can handle it in the sense
Okay.
that the workload might be too much for me because I haven't done it yet. So it's something new, right? So
Yeah.
straight away diving into teaching a whole subject to like let's say 5 batches or 6 batches might be a little too much for me to handle in one go.
Mhm.
So one
Okay.
of the reasons that yeah,
So when you say, it might be too much for me, how
yeah,
does that make you feel?
overwhelmed, anxious,
Okay.
uh, feeling like maybe I am not like I don't deserve it because I haven't worked enough for it.
Okay.
Which is
So
strange because
yeah.
I worked enough for it. Like I just need a little bit of
Um,
training or stuff. But yeah,
so what's happening is your conscious mind knows that you worked enough for it, and you just need a bit of training, or maybe just to get started and to start doing it. But your subconscious mind, which runs the show for all of us,
yeah.
it's saying maybe I don't deserve it because I haven't done enough, read enough, learned enough. What is it?
When I say read enough, like, because that's what's coming to me, I suppose you can never read enough no matter where you want to go. Because even teachers
That's your conscious mind saying. That's your
okay,
conscious mind reasoning it. What's your subconscious mind saying? It's like the instinct of it. The moment you
then
think
maybe I
about,
don't, then maybe I don't know enough. Like
yeah,
I need
maybe I
to,
don't know enough. Yeah. And that's a very legit
yeah,
response that
yeah,
some of us can have when we are about to do something new for us.
yeah,
Okay. And maybe I don't know enough. Will I be able to do it? Will I not be able to do it? Will I succeed? Will I fail? Will I be
yeah.
good? Will I be not good? So a lot of people can have different thoughts about it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people can have maybe if because I don't know enough, maybe I don't deserve it, like you shared.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now when we so this is a belief that we talked about.
Okay.
Okay. I don't deserve it because I don't know enough.
Yeah.
Now, consciously it doesn't feel true because you can find reasons to contradict it,
Yeah.
but subconsciously it feels true.
Yeah. Oh.
Mm,
A little painful. Sure.
uh, but the truth is,
Yeah.
our subconscious mind is running the show.
Yeah.
We are not creating anything in our life, or I'm gonna have to bring in this word, manifesting anything in our life from our conscious mind.
Yeah.
We are creating our life based on what we have stored, the programs that are running in the subconscious mind.
Yeah.
Now, the moment we talk about mind, we talk about energy because
Yeah.
it's all intangible things, the beliefs, the feelings, the emotions, they're all intangible. Energy is also intangible. We cannot touch and feel it, but we know it's true. We can feel it in the body.
Yeah.
It's
Like
like if
hugs.
I were to ask you, so if I were to ask you, when you say this, I don't think I deserve it because I don't know enough. There was this reaction that you felt. Okay? What did you feel in your body?
Like it was a little cringy
Yeah,
feeling that
it's a cringy feeling. Okay,
yeah,
and
it was
where did you feel it in the body?
probably around my chest.
Around your chest.
Yeah.
And if I were to ask you to describe this feeling, what does it feel like?
It's a very painful visual that I'm going to explain. So just a disclaimer there for all our kinesthetic viewers. um, it was like you remember that Wrecking Ball song from Miley
Yeah,
Cyrus'
yeah.
music album, and then there was this little ball and chain. So it felt
Hmm,
like that ball and chain, but like surrounding my body, like I'm
hmm.
sort of like I'm restricting my own self in some way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So Great, that's a visual. I mean, and a lot of people can visualize the feelings. But if I were to ask you, what does this feeling really feel like on the inside? Is it like cringy? So you said it's cringy. So it's like
And painful.
it's contracting. It's painful. It's like
Yeah,
oh yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Now everything that's happening, if you were to see it through an X-ray or an MRI machine or a CT scan machine, you won't be able to see that because it's energy.
yeah,
But it's extremely true for the body because you can feel it. It's emotional pain,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
A
yeah,
little bit about the science here. The
mm-hmm.
mind perceives the emotional pain as the physical pain. Or let me put it simply, the mind does not know the difference between physical pain and emotional pain. The pain is registered in the same part of the mind, no matter
Yeah,
what kind of pain it is. Whether
mm-hmm.
you are hurting physically or you are hurting emotionally.
Yeah,
For the mind, it's the pain signal.
yeah,
The only difference is the emotional pain is energy. It's pure energy. Because emotion or a feeling, the word emotion is emotion, energy in motion. So it is again, we're coming back to energy. No
yeah,
matter what we talk about, we're coming back to energy. So when
yeah,
you say you feel that you don't deserve because you don't know enough,
yeah,
that feels like an energy in the body.
yeah,
And it feels like this wrecking ball that's surrounding you and stopping you,
yeah,
restricting you. That's the word you used,
yeah,
right? So if we were to somehow shift that energy for you about that wrecking ball, about that restriction, a
mm-hmm.
lot of things, the energy that's blocked there, it will also start to move.
Yeah.
Because the good thing with energy is energy follows thought.
Uh, I can see how people are able to get what they want despite maybe not being that much aware about these concepts.
Yes. It's like the
Yeah,
concepts are always working.
yeah.
Like you're digesting food, whether you know the process of digestion or not.
That's a very good example. Thank you for that. Yeah,
So it's always happening, it's always working, whether we are aware of it or not.
yeah,
The only thing is, awareness helps you become more. I don't want to use this word, but for lack of better term, I'm going to use it. Become more in charge of what we are trying to create in our lives, or how we are feeling about things.
hmm.
Okay, so if you were able to shift your feeling about a certain situation,
Yeah,
right, what will happen? Let's say right now you feel I don't deserve it. So chances are, subconsciously, your mind says, I don't deserve it. So you will either procrastinate in going towards that direction, or even if you step forward, it might feel like the chances or the opportunities miss you, or you
hmm.
miss the bus kind of a situation.
That's a
Okay.
very bad anxiety episode. Let's not use that example.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because your mind will always try to prove you to be true.
yeah,
And that's the thing with it. I mean, it's meant to help you. It's meant to help you survive and be true to what you're feeling. If
yeah.
you feel, the snake is going to bite you, the mind will do everything to avoid a snake, even if it's a rope. And it perceives it as a snake.
Yeah.
That's how phobias are created. So it's the
Wow.
energy.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to shift that energy of that thought,
Hmm.
thought is energy, energy follows thought. Both of them are so intricately connected. Now, if you were to shift the thought or the energy of it, the way your mind begins to see things changes. And
Hmm.
I'm talking about the subconscious, not the conscious mind.
Yeah.
The conscious mind is powerless in front of the vastness of the subconscious mind.
Yeah.
So your brain is 97% of subconscious mind, only 3% is conscious mind.
Hmm.
So if you were to change that, let's say tomorrow you wake up with this knowingness, and I'm not even going to say a belief, with this knowingness that I can handle this. There is no question of deserving anywhere in my psyche. I know I'll be able to do it. I'll manage it. I'll handle it. How do you feel? How do you think you'll feel about the whole situation then?
Very happy and excited and looking forward to it.
Now, if you're happy and excited and looking forward to it, your energy shifts to a better state.
Yeah.
Like if it was down there, density, now it's here because it's happy
Yeah.
and it's nice and it's cheerful and it's hopeful and it's optimistic,
Yeah.
which is all a high frequency energy.
Yeah.
You start to radiate that because you're constantly radiating energy.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt, just to clarify this point, have you ever felt that you went, you met somebody and you were like, oh my God, I don't want to meet this person. They have such a heavy energy. I feel sad in their presence, or I feel stressed in their presence. And then, sometimes you met somebody and it was like, oh my God, I really feel happy when I meet this person. It's so light and, I really want to talk to them.
Yeah.
That's because the energy the person radiates, you're constantly catching that energy, and your mind is always reading that energy.
Yeah.
Whether you are aware of it or not, we just call it different things. Oh, I like the person, I like the way they talk, but it all just boils down to their energy.
Yeah. True.
Now, if you go with that higher energy, you start to radiate that, the people around you start catching on to that.
Yeah.
And so chances are you might not miss that bus of that opportunity.
I might be standing like 10 minutes before the bus arrives.
Or maybe the bus driver actually sees you and stops the bus.
Oh, that's so sweet of him. Oh. Oh. That would be actually very nice to do. Like just to experience in day-to-day life if
Yeah.
an opportunity is coming and it's coming and somebody is approaching you specifically to do that. Like a lot of times people get offered the different job positions. They're like, oh, but we want only you, you know?
Yeah.
That is like an exceptional feeling when it comes to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why is it that some people are lucky and some people are not? The energy behind it.
Yeah, pretty much. And a lot of times, like I was having this conversation this morning itself. Um, Rather than going into the space, the mental space or the energy space where you're like, oh my God, I can never get this or whatever. Start thinking about what you can do about it, like you also pointed out just a few minutes
Yeah.
ago. So one of my friends, and I think I have this tendency of having such kind of people around all the time, but who are giving solutions rather than
Hmm.
talking about problem,
Hmm.
because that really elevates you rather than thinking about, oh my God, I don't know how will I do this job. Talking to people who are like solution oriented helps you in that way, that it lifts your energy that way, that
Yeah.
you know what, you've done this before, and remember that time when you did this and this. I was like, yeah, I don't remember, but yeah, I think it rings a bell somewhere.
Yeah.
So it instills that confidence in you, and like you said, energy works that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we were to talk about doing this, dealing with this through energy healing, it's as simple as that. When you have a negative thought, it means your energy is in a lowered state.
Yeah.
If you start healing your energy using energy healing, what you're doing in energy healing is you are improving the vibrations of the energy that are inside of you.
Yeah.
And when the vibrations of your, or let's say the frequency or the vibrations of your energy starts to raise, you
Yeah.
automatically start to feel better. Better about yourself, better about the world. And when
Yeah.
that starts to happen, you start to radiate that high energy.
Yeah.
And then there are people always around us reading energy, because we are all energy beings at the end of the day.
True.
Otherwise, how would you know that somebody is going through something wrong or bad? Just by being in their presence. because we can sense energy, and we're always doing that, whether we are aware of it or not.
Yeah, true.
And so when you are in this elevated energy state, people start to pick up this energy. And they're like, oh, I understand you are looking for a job, or you are ready for this opportunity.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's get this started. And that's how opportunities knock. And that's how people become lucky. Because that's how it's supposed to happen. Literally. And I'm
Yeah.
again coming back to manifestation. You think about it and it happens. And that's the truth of life.
Hmm.
When you think about it and it doesn't happen, can mean two things. One, you have some breaks in between.
Yeah.
Breaks meaning the accelerator and the brake, where you
Yeah.
have an opposing thought or an opposing feeling to it.
Yeah.
Okay. The other reason is maybe it's not for your highest good.
Hmm. Like in the sense I want it, but maybe there's something else
Yeah,
that can.
maybe let's say you're asking for a Toyota from the universe, but universe said no. Wait, I have a Ferrari for you. I'm not going to give you that Toyota.
That's a very good way to frame things when you don't get something, you know. Like a lot of times people get so depressed, oh my God, I didn't get that job, or I didn't
Because
make it to that interview.
if you are willing to look at the bright side of life, and there will always be a bright side of life, when you look back at your life and you're
Yeah,
willing to look at every aspect of it, not just the bad aspect of it, you will find out that every situation, whether good or bad, especially the bad situation,
yeah.
there has always been a bright side to it.
Well, yeah.
It's just about tuning your mind to look at that.
Yeah.
It's like if this glass has this much water, are we going to say it's half full or half empty?
It's
Or are we
half
going
full.
to say, yay, I have water? It's as simple as that. It all comes down to that. Now, if it is about optimistic or pessimistic energy,
Yeah.
okay? If and I'm not saying everybody should be very overly optimistic. Don't be sad. No, being optimistic means you're willing to look at the bright side of life, even if you are sad and something bad has happened.
Yeah.
When we say optimism, we are not saying don't feel sad, don't feel angry, don't feel bad. But
You can't stop that anyway.
yeah, precisely. But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, you have to be willing to look at the bright side of things too.
Yeah.
And it all comes down to that. Are you willing to do that?
Mm. Interesting.
And again, I'm going to bring it back to energy healing. So in energy healing, there's this thing about permission, okay,
Yeah.
where we ask the person, are you willing to be healed? Using
Yeah.
whatever method, are you willing to be healed? Now, if a person says, yeah, of course, everyone wants to be healed, well, that's not a yes. That's
Yeah.
definitely not a yes. Like,
That's
yeah,
amazing.
of course, why would I not want to be healed? But I don't know. Well, there could be many reasons. A lot of people gain a lot of sympathy out of being in a bad situation or being sick and everything. But, do you want to be healed? Do you want to not be a victim
Yeah.
of life? And until the answer is not a yes, a very clear and resounding yes, we don't proceed with any process, whether it's therapy or healing.
Yeah. True.
Because if the person is not willing to come out of a swamp, no matter what you do,
Yeah.
they will not be able to come out of it.
That is true.
And I'm gonna build it into another layer. If you don't want to be happy about something, or if you don't want to be okay with something, and you just you refuse to accept what is or be okay with what is,
Yeah.
no one can make you feel better. We
Yeah.
say, this person makes me happy, this person makes me sad, but the point is, You are choosing to go into that state.
Yeah.
If only you become aware of the fact that you are choosing to choose that energy,
Yeah.
it becomes possible. I'm not saying easy, it becomes possible to choose to go or not go into that state, into that energy. It's like Gautam Buddha says, if somebody gives you a gift, it's up to you to receive it or not.
True.
Now, that gift could be anything, something happy or something bad.
Yeah. True.
So that's
That
what energy healing is about.
Yeah, and that actually raises a lot of more questions, but more than that, it gives me a lot of good perspective about how I can work on achieving better stuff in life. I think because a lot of times when even knowing all this for past so many years, sometimes it's good to have a reminder to just go back to the basics and see
Yeah,
what we're doing, and like just becoming aware simply of your existence
yeah,
and your surroundings and what's happening and what are you choosing on an everyday
mm,
basis, what energy, what interactions, what conversations you're choosing.
yeah.
And
And
yeah,
yeah, energy healing is doing exactly that. You're feeling down and out. Your energy is somewhere twisted in knots because you're sick and it's making you sick, or because you have some block in your life, relationship, career, money, whatever.
yeah,
Energy healing is just going to smooth that block. It's going to remove that block so that
yeah,
energy starts to flow the way it's meant to flow.
yeah,
And when it's flowing, you will start to flow with it, and you will start to, attract good things in your life.
well, that was a very interesting conversation, Meetu. Thank you so much for giving such beautiful insights as always. um wow, I'm still processing this. Still
That actually
processing.
became a lot of conversation.
Um, but
Yeah.
hey, better something than nothing.
Yeah.
So, to all our viewers, we'll be still looking forward to your queries or questions, whatever doubts you have. You can leave them in the comment section below, or you can just drop us a DM on Instagram, on YouTube, wherever you want. And hopefully, we'll see you next week sometime soon.
Yeah. And let us know how how did you find this conversation? Was it helpful or not? And, what areas, would you like to explore in our future conversations? Let us know.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
everyone. Thank you, Meetu. We'll
Thank
see you.
you. Take care. Bye bye.